Hello, once again, Star Wars Unboxing fans. Welcome to another beautiful, wonderful outside episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. Just enjoying the last remnants of summer before the fall kicks in. Of course, by the time this video drops, it'll probably be fall. But I've been very busy, so I pre-record a lot of my videos. Hope you guys are okay with that. I've received no comments to the contrary, so I'm going to keep doing it that way, just because that's the way it works best for me. So I've been really excited. There's been a lot of reveals at this time. I'm recording this at the very beginning of September, and there have been some great reveals by Hasbro relating to Ahsoka, and I'm really excited about that. I have not been purchasing Black Series. I'm not getting rid of my Black Series collection as of yet. I'm holding it for a little while, but I have been releasing some things, like I've said in past episodes, like the gaming greats, things that I don't really connect with. If I'm not a gamer, I'm not going to keep characters I have no idea who they are, or nor do I care. So those are going to go in the sale box. But I still enjoy the figures. I like what they are. Hasbro released or announced a bunch of new Black Series figures relating to the Ahsoka series. I love the Ahsoka series. That's only just about halfway done at the point of this recording. It's different. My take on Star Wars TV content now is shifted. It's no longer like a tentpole big event, like going to see Episode 1 or The Force Awakens, you know what I mean? It isn't like that anymore. And I'm okay with that. Do I miss it? Yeah, I do, and I hope that we'll get a chance to revisit that. But, I love that instead of that, I love that we now have just, spreading out the story, creating new characters, establishing more story arcs for returning characters and older characters. There's so much to the Star Wars universe, and I'm here for it. So I've been enjoying what they've been doing. This relationship between Ahsoka and Sabine, I think, is really cool. Huyang, come on. I thought that was going to be a one and done, couple of cameo, moments by David Tennant, but no, it's a lead. He's a lead character, So I'm excited about that. In fact, that's the one Black Series figure that I did purchase with Huyang. So now I might still get them from time to time, just on really cool characters that I really love. But again, I'm trying to stick to if they're releasing it on vintage collection or retro or both, those I am going to still collect. They announced an Ahsoka retro line. They announced, I think they put in a pipeline a Phantom Menace retro line. I'm all here for that. If you watch one of my previous episodes, I actually have a space on my wall ready for the retro figures. But this isn't about that necessarily. We have 3 items here that have come in the mail. We have a Target box. We have an Entertainment Earth. We have another Entertainment Earth, but I needed the box. I was in a hurry, and I needed a box to hold something. So I opened it up, and I unboxed it already. So I hope you don't mind. But it's Han Solo, VC-281. This is Return of the Jedi Han Solo. So he's a little, he doesn't have that really, really tight shirt. He's got the more loose, more the more comfortable, loose-fitting shirt. I love this version of Han Solo. I love the Return of the Jedi. I know it's ironic because everybody, he wanted to get killed off in this, but I absolutely loved the Return of the Jedi Han Solo. I just thought he was making quips and remarks. He was like everybody. It's the everyman, reaction to things. So I absolutely love it. Card came out beautiful. I am wondering, there are now up to 300 of these. I'm kind of getting to the point where I hope that they might consider stopping them or pausing for a bit, because I'm pretty much completed the collection. I've stayed with it. I think there might only be 1 or 2 that I need to pick up, but other than that, it's a great thing. But I also want to make sure that we don't have multiple versions of figures. I know this is not. I think they've been pretty good at keeping the thing where they're not going to release 2 of these unless it's the same number, in which case they might have had an updated figure. So this one, though, 281 is not. So on the back, it's got Hunter. I still need Hunter. That's the one I haven't been able to... Oh, no, that's the Black Series. Sorry. That is another Black Series I'm looking for, is Hunter. Just to complete the Bad Batch collection. So there it is. Really cool. Okay. Moving on. Let's look at Target. So I'm not sure if this is a Star Wars or if it's Indiana Jones, but it's not Indiana Jones. I first thought it was because I saw sand. But no, it's not. What it is instead is the Book of Boba Fett. This is the Tusken Warrior and Mastiff. Oh, stupid. Why? Why, Target? Why? Now, I will say this. While I do like these, I really love this figure. So, seeing that it's basically just a figure and the little creature, I'm going to unbox this. All right. I have a few of these. They're nice. I'm not a huge fan of the unpackaged, I don't mind it, but I feel like I want to open it up. So, and I kind of like it. It's nice. It's not, they don't have anything now other than a piece of tape. They don't really have anything that gets in the way, So, this is just beautiful. Now, I don't know if they've did some resculpts, but I loved what they did this. I absolutely adored that they gave the Tusken Raiders, or a version of the Tusken Raiders. It doesn't even have to be the same Tusken Raiders, Like, that's what I loved about it. Like, that there were different tribes. And maybe the tribes that were, near Luke Skywalker were a little bit more vicious. Maybe they were a little bit more underhanded, Maybe they were a little more conniving. Okay, maybe they just, maybe they were bad apples, But this was showing you that there could be another side to it. I mean, even when the Mandalorian was doing sign language to them, I thought that was awesome too. And that they didn't really speak, they just did some grunts and everything. So, and of course, the Mastiff. Now, we were introduced to these in, I believe, Attack of the Clones. So this might be an actual similar thing. He's got I like that his jaw is articulated. That's cool. His head swivels a bit. And he's got some moving legs. That's great. I like this. They could have done just a static figure, but instead they gave it some articulation. So that's cool. All right, and how would they do it standing? The box is a little bit topsy-turvy. Come on. There you go. All right. So Tusken Raider Tusken Warrior and Mastiff Pet. Really cool. Like this, he looks like, how he, when Boba Fett's trying to cut his things loose, he's like kind of getting closer and closer and closer. I love that kind of look to it. All right. Awesome. Not bad at all. Well done, Target. Okay. And then lastly, let's take a look at our Entertainment Earth. A little concerned about that. We have kind of a broken or damaged box, which doesn't normally happen with Entertainment Earth, but I think, that could have been the post office. That could have been, a big heavy box could have fallen on it. Who knows? Let's see if it did any damage. Doesn't, a little bit of a bend, but nothing too serious. Okay, so this is VC-107, and this is a Weequay, right? Now, I do believe I have this figure in a 3-pack, which I believe looks like this. I think they just released it because VC-107, I mean, if this last one was VC-281. So I may end up opening this up later on and putting it on my sail barge, with all the others, or the skiff. But I think it was, I want to do a comparison if I can. So if I can get a comparison, you'll see a video here in front of me, over my ugly mug, comparing the last release to this one and see if it's any different. I'm sure that other sites have given you more things. I'm just giving you more of a layperson's, perspective. Slight bend, okay? But again, that was just because I think, actually, I don't even know if that was the damage that the package had. I think it was more like the way they actually packaged it. It was like pushed down like that, so it did that. But that's a pretty easy to lay it flat, and you're in good shape. So, pretty cool. 2 more vintage. Actually, technically, 3 more vintage. This is just a deluxe. So, that'll do it for this episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification, do all that other stuff. Check me out on Instagram and X and Facebook. Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing page on Facebook. Thank you to Red 5 Network for supporting the channel. Check out all of the Red 5 Network material. They have some awesome podcasts and visual content. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.